And point to you.
Yeah, he did.
Episode 107.
Yeah, welcome.
Now
All
it
the
works.
Hot Shot Secret fans. Like Aaron said, we are at episode 107.
Gee, Kyle, you grew a lot of facial hair in one
I
week.
did. And I lost a lot of weight. No, I'm just
Wow.
This week we are going to be focusing on water dispersants. Water demulsification or emulsification is very critical to a vehicle as well. So, as we were saying, two different types, emulsifiers and demulsifiers.
Correct.
And what is the exact difference, Aaron?
Emulsifiers, ta-da, hide the water in the fuel. Keep it separated and homogeneous and lovely. Just like that, lovely.
Well,
And demulsifiers drop that crap to the bottom.
well, and like you've seen in the video, you could see where it was cloudy because of the emulsifier. And I mean, you did a great job explaining why we don't use emulsifiers. I mean, nothing. I mean, there's tons of people out there that do use emulsifiers,
Right.
but we actually, in a diesel with the water separator, you don't have to really worry about
Right.
it whenever you got a demulsifier.
Yeah, load off your mind.
So
Don't forget to
yeah,
empty it.
don't forget to empty your water separator, because there are some people that they decide that it's about as useless as doing an oil change or a filter change, right?
Don't need to do that either.
But it is critical to your truck's longevity to make sure you dump out your water separator. So when would you actually use one over the other? The emulsifier over the demulsifier over the emulsifier?
Gasoline, emulsify. Diesel, demulsify. That's simple.
So why would you do that?
Because there's a lot of reasons. One, the fuel water separator in the diesel system takes it out and it will blow the injector tips off. In a gasoline vehicle, those pressures aren't nearly as high. You're maybe running 60 pounds of pressure.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
let it rip.
Yeah, and so you don't really have to worry about the water. The water pretty much would turn into steam, right, in a gas engine.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Well,
As it,
after it's in the combustion chamber, it doesn't do it at the tips,
Right,
like
right.
in the fuel system when the diesel. So
yep. Nope, that makes sense. How does water get into fuel?
little ninjas crawl up in the tank and they pour it in. No.
So, what products have what types? So, the gasoline stream,
Ready?
emulsifier or demulsifier?
Neither.
What? I knew that.
I know. It's, supposedly, you're just going to use it right away because it's a one-tank cleanup, and so we didn't necessarily worry about the moisture at that time.
Okay.
So hopefully you don't set it and forget it.
Yeah. Well, and I totally understand not having a water dispersion in there, especially with it being the one tank kind of thing.
Yeah, diesels are more hygroscopic, which means they absorb water a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, you're not going to see as much water in gasoline as you are in diesel.
So what about our gas, RV premium gas additive?
We did add an emulsifier to that.
Okay.
Since the RVs do a lot of traveling and then sitting some more and then sitting some more. So for storage reasons, we added an emulsifier.
Emulsifier. Okay.
Emulsify.
So emulsifier, not any
Nope.
water dispersion in gasoline stream. Emulsifier in the gasoline premium RV additive.
Correct.
So what about the RV diesel
Demulsifier.
demulsifier?
Am I getting these right?
Yeah, you're doing good.
Do I win a prize?
So
I win
once
an
again,
S10 banner?
S10 banner. So once again, demulsifier separates water from the actual fuel, drops it to the bottom, goes into your water separator. Diesels, that's what's good for. Emulsifiers in a diesel, though, could possibly blow off your injector tips.
Pew.
That's not, we don't want that.
No.
Diesel extreme, demulsifier, emulsifier.
Demulsifier. What? I missed it. What did he say?
First, Angel asked, any way to refill the EDT bottle so useful when on the road? If I do carry both the Extreme and EDT in the truck, always. So I'm thinking they're talking about the 16-ounce bottle, which it is literally impossible to refill unless you take out the plug from the neck.
Oh, you can do it.
I mean, if you
want to spend 4 hours, you can do it.
We actually have had people that have tried to like push it to the side and pour it in there in hopes that it would do it, and they said it took like 4 hours for like
it's a good time.
4 ounces or something. They said it didn't do it very well. But we actually use a machine that pushes that plug down in there. So to pull it out, I mean, you're gonna trying to put it back in is gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, it will drop to the bottom. I mean, in that instance, I mean, I normally tell people if you want to have something that's easy, quick fill up, I tell them to refill the 4-ounce bottles. I mean, just because if you know you're going on a long trip, I mean, get a little baggie or a little box and put 4 of those little 4-ounce bottles in that you refilled, put them in the side of your door and go, or whatever. But that's the best way. What were you going to say?
Or don't. I don't know.
He's like,
you just go.
Wheel.
Speaking of sleeping at the wheel, we did RV testing last week.
We did.
Just so you know.
So
did you hear anything about it?
I did not hear anything about RV testing. So what did we test on the RVs?
I'm thinking we used this one. Yes, the RV diesel premium additive. We got 6.1% increase in fuel mileage. One change. And that's a big tank, and so...
What was it, 150 tank?
Yeah, 125.
125.
Still, it's a lot. It's more than...
I mean, you pretty much almost have to use this whole bottle.
10 ounces, yeah. So, that was a good time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would drive me nuts. But, do we have that in 16-ounce round?
We do not.
We do not?
As of now, I don't know.
I don't know either.
You sell it.
The RV diesel? Just a squeeze. Okay. Well.
So everybody else gets to 1, 2, 3. I lost count after 6.
So here's the
excellent question. So why would you choose the RV diesel to put in your pickup truck or your farm equipment if you're going to experience a lot of storage? That's mostly what this was formulated for. I mean, it still has the cetane, the lubricity, injector cleaner, rust and corrosion, storage and stability, all the good stuff.
So how long can I keep this in
2 years.
2 years. Okay. So more stability.
Wow, that was good on that.
Than the EDT.
Right.
As far as longevity of keeping
right.
it. So, I mean, if you wanted to use this, could you use it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
200
treats 200 gallons, treats 400 gallons. Is there LX4? 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 You're all good.